Or a minute early, I'm sorry. Okay then, we are gonna start right from the last time we kinda have to sense one of our friends' death because, man, they forgot the end there. Guess I have a glitch here or something. Well, let's get right on to this.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, you're not tied up for once, Monami.
Oh my! Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you?
Okay, Monami's actually kind of scaring me right now.
You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because you're a rabbit?
Okay. That is a reference to a Japanese fairy tale. They see a rabbit in the moon, not a man in the moon. So if you're wondering why Sailor Moon's real name is the Japanese word for bunny, that's why.
Chesto!
Oh yeah, you take that like a champ, Monami.
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow! It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer to murder Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or...
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect
Oh, that's not what I meant to
is
do.
whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Why did the killer have to torture Nagito? No, the ones really because I tortured in the first place.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason
Okay, what was Monokuma's account? Monokuma knew all along. Okay.
Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
I didn't see a contradiction in there, or...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he
Let's see, survival knife. Knife's from the military base.
was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him?
Oh
Definitely
no,
the bomb's hiding place.
I think I see the problem.
If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Well, you already accused us, so...
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so...
Okay, like, I thought I had it, but I don't know. Like, it's saying that Nagito was moving his mouth underneath the duct tape, which implies that the killer taped up his mouth before they started torturing him. But if they did that, how are they expecting him to answer any sort of questions they had?
beat up.
On plushie.
What were they trying to find out by torturing?
And oil lighter. Huh. Okay.
Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
The only
There's
problem
no
is...
way I'd torture someone.
Do I use it on the coincidence line?
The killer didn't take I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he... What were they trying to find out by torture? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
Like, am I supposed
If so, is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Okay, no, that's not it.
Damn it!
The killer didn't take Nagito. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was... What were they trying to find out by torture? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence.
Was whoever
There's
found
no
the
way
bomb
I'd
first.
torture someone.
Why did the killer torture Nagito? No. Really caused by torture in the first place? Okay, let's, Okay, the only thing I think to do
Killer
is try...
didn't tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was... What were they trying to find out? Definitely the bomb's hiding place.
The only thing I think
It's
is
whoever
that's
found the
actually
bomb
torture.
first.
That was Fuyuhiko. I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
The killer didn't tape. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's not it.
The killer didn't. Tape Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was...
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
No, that's
There we
wrong.
go. I'm still not sure what I just proved, honestly.
But Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to
Okay, yeah,
confess
that's-
anything.
See, I had the right idea, I just didn't know what logic lined up, what the game's logic to figure it out was.
If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Already? Now let's see if I can remember the...
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap.
Stupid. I'm... always...
Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped, you'd obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
That was probably the wrong thing, yeah.
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb. Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Okay,
Like
no,
you
no.
said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No, what? No, that wasn't it?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about... Then, after they killed him...
Damn it!
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting about
Like you
them.
said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assumed he couldn't talk. But that was the trap. They wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it... First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Okay, I see the problem. See the problem here?
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then,
Allow me to cut through those words.
There we go. I got the right one, I have the problem.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something? Sad fact is, I think Kazuichi hit the nail on the head there.
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right?
Yeah.
The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
And the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture. It was to keep his mouth shut.
However, if they wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer?
If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Okay, I gotta say, if one of these six did kill him, they are like consummate liars, because I can't pick up on any hints that they might be deliberately misleading.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Well, maybe Kazuichi, but I don't know.
Which means, it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect. Alrighty then, let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay, Miss Sonia?
Damn right it is!
They're using the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear that up first. I think I already know.
The direct cause of the fire was the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused...
I agree with that.
There we go. See, I got that one right first try.
I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure! A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan!
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
A domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
To hide the killer didn't want anything to hide the domino. Oh. I'm getting a political call on my cell phone. No thank you. I already know who I'm voting for. Now, what did he use to hide the effect?
I see!
There we go.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
The inside of the warehouse felt even darker because our eyes were still used to the bright sunlight. When that darkness allowed him to blare throughout the warehouse at full volume. Hey, do you guys hear something? Yeah, it's really damn loud. Does Nagito like listening to this depressing crap? No, I'm not talking about the music. As if on cue, it suddenly started.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
It's fine. I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, Akane brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door of the warehouse. Clatter, clatter, clatter. Huh? It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it. It's a trap. Seriously, just stop, okay? Did I tell you it'll be fine? I gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Akane ignored their protest and with a mighty kick, the door flew open.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Okay. If anybody's the killer right now, I'm leaning toward Kazuichi just because he seems like he's misdirecting, but even that seems like a stretch to me at the moment.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
If that door is the only entrance to the warehouse, I see is.
I see! If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened,
Okay.
The killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Monokuma plush. The Monokuma plush in the warehouse leads me to believe my initial theory. The deal Nagito and Monokuma was that Nagito would kill himself, and then Monokuma would stage to look like a murder, and that Monokuma plush is his old body that he just killed when he killed, and that's how he got out.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But if that's true, this murder...
Hajime? What do you mean?
The person who said the Dawn effect in the inside of the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Oh yes, 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 yes. Wait, okay, did I miss the...
This is my answer! What if it was Nagito?
I don't have to sentence anyone to death, thank goodness.
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too. Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget? Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Don't take this from me, Fuyuhiko. Like you said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. The fact that he had one hand free at the end, like, if I could think of some way he could have set up the survival knife to stab him through the hand later.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yeah, that's actually just what I was thinking. Suicide is correct. I'm gonna show times up 2.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
I think I know. I think.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously
like
impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Okay, no. I like
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Yeah, I'm supposed to use the Monokuma plus
Tying
on
just
that
the legs is
Tycoon
one
arms and
thing, but
legs.
tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Okay, then. Okay, I need to think about this. Okay, yeah, maybe the burned rope. That's the
To
only
actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously
Okay, but
impossible!
the question is, where exactly do I use
Tying
that?
just the legs is one thing. Tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To
Okay.
actually tie up your own arms and legs. No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Very forthcoming.
You should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Okay. Huh.
That's definitely wrong.
I just love how the mob boss is the one who has the better standard of how to treat women.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
Oh, I see.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand.
Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Now he's trying to charge me. Now she wants the money back. What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Yeah, Akane, I think you... what do you say right hand is only your right hand? Because yeah, there's definitely an answer for this. Okay, what are we playing? What are we doing here? Okay, another one. Okay, thinking it's either gonna be blood
Even if
on the girder.
Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
Like if he made
If he
fall
threw the
on
knife
him.
into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if...
Okay, it's either survival knife or the glue and the girder. Let me take a look. Okay, I'm gonna say it's blood on the girder.
Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Was it let the knife
Is he a
fall?
throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
It's not propped.
And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
Akana, you're Japanese.
Even
You
if
don't have any
Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
That's
Is he a
stupid.
throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Okay, no.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
if he threw the knife into the air
Oh, wait.
and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
No.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito...
I'm lost. Okay.
Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
There we go.
I agree with that.
Okay.
The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it. If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible?
Okay, so it's the
He
spear
can't grab
that
a
fell.
spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
That's horrible.
Say it one more time. I need you recorded. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own.
That'd be a lot more intimidating without the diaper.
Monami sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So... this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible.
Huh?
I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone, working together.
She's right, we made these several deals up till now by doing that. Then, even now.
Alright, let's do this.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth?
Which was
Or maybe
huge.
he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
There's no doubt you used some...
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito,
blood on left. No. He had some kind of switch on his left hand. Like he was carrying. Yeah. Yeah, because he like had some sort of like device in his hand. I was thinking it was a glove, maybe he was like holding like a remote control or something. Let's try that.
His right hand was covered by the knife, right?
Oh.
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail. I know guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What are you saying?
A blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
How did Nagito's... Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand.
No, that's wrong! Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look, there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural bloodstain, but what's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit.
Okay, someone asked if he had a glove, how could he have gotten it off, though? Like I said, I thought it was a glove, but I don't think it was. I think he was holding something in his hand, and that's why, like, I was assuming it was like a, because like a fingerless glove, because there was only blood on his fingers, but, like, maybe it was because he was holding something that was blocking the blood from hitting him.
If there's blood on his palm, and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
I see!
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
Okay, seriously, Akane, you need to drop that.
Here's the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear!
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
That's right, that's the problem.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think? Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle, just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
Oh, wait. No, I think I know. Okay. No.
I see!
Yeah, I was thinking because I remembered having something at the
That's
end
it.
of the cord.
Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extended from the butt of the spear of the left hand. But from there, how would he stab himself in the stomach with a spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time? What does that mean?
Let's focus on the spear first. Namely, where it was and how it was positioned just before it impaled Nagito.
How it was positioned.
Nagito was facing up and the spear was stabbed through his stomach. So if it's just before that, that's it. Could it be his spear and the fact that Nagito was on the tip of the cord attachment? If I put this together and think about it, I should be able to figure it out. Where the spear was and the state it was in before it stabbed Nagito. Oh boy. Oh wait, logic drive, okay. I gotta remember. See, that's what sucks about this, about doing this, like, all this time apart. Question 1. If I'm right about this, above yeah, the blood in the girder is what I'm thinking. It's what I'm thinking right now. How? Really missing Phoenix right about now. Question 2. Sprinklers, the ceiling girder, yeah. Not too hard. Let's go slow. We don't need to hurry, we got plenty of time. Question 3.
It's all coming together!
I thought so. I hadn't figured it would be like the sphere dropped on him.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above him.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support. He hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
He probably chose that spear so he could commit suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they'd go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear? That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy! Why would he do that to himself?
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, I was starting to feel a little sympathetic toward him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimate his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form that his malice took. I'd forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneezing at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other, and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's fake to assume Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
But there's all that evidence I haven't used yet. Like... I need a small knife. Or Monokuma, or Sonya's account, or Monokuma's account. Or, oh yeah, all this. Yeah, man.
That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? it's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is. No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence he couldn't mess with. Huh. What couldn't he mess with? I'm thinking it's the Academy file. I can't think of what else it could be. I just can't. Probably evidence created after he died, that's true. What was created after he died? To be honest, I'm kind of lost here. The oil lighter? No. I'm gonna go ahead and try the post this.
Crap!
Oh man. It's not that. Okay. Let's see.
I see!
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
The victim is Nagito Komade. The body was secured into the warehouse in the Monokuma plushie factory. The aspect tied death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only was there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there were multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there was a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The giant. What is it? Oh boy. Oh goody, I hate this game. I supposed to... yeah, how am I supposed to... Okay, I'm just waiting for the game over at this point. There was no way I could have... I freaking hate the Hangman Gambit in this game.
We will never give up!
Okay, let me look at the Monokuma file. I can't now. Now I can't even look. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Dang, yeah, see? I do not know how to... Oh, I am dreading. I am now dreading. Oh, where's the T? Where's the T? Where's the T? No, I didn't mean to... Oh, boy. I meant to press X there. Okay.
I got it!
That was a nightmare. That was a genuine grade A nightmare.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
There are multiple... Furthermore, there's... Yeah, hey.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not? The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is off.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma?
I plead the fifth! There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but, it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied. Even if it's just to be safe.
You were right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be alright. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
I guess it's the same thing. But it might be the thing that you wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. Well.
No!
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monomi? Hey now, how you pain and sulk? Let's get along like we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is in how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monomi and I are the best of best friends. Don't say stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Why does I have to be hated that much? Besides the fact that you stabbed me like that, I don't trust you at all, not even a teensy tiny 1mm bit. How sad. Distrusting your friend is so much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know? We aren't even friends in the first place. Can I, your older brother, let me say this? You're not even my brother. It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys. Well, there may be some demand for that. I really don't get the joke there.
I'm Monomi. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly!
Need to find out. I think I'm getting an idea. That poison found in Nagito's
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen, Maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let
Let me check. Maybe it might be to liquefy your guts, but I don't think so.
us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something that can't be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold. Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand. It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be...
I agree with that.
There we go.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears!
You're totally overvaluing that tail!
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Yeah, he breathed it.
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Yeah. No, not Hangman. Okay, good. Okay, good. I don't think I can survive another Hangman's Gambit. Let's take your time here. We have plenty of time, and you don't need to lose health here. Easy as pie. Any more? Okay. Don't need to panic. Don't need to go fast. Take your time. Yeah, going fast here would probably be a death sentence. There you go. Now all I have to do is get to the end.
It's all coming together.
Easy.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
The
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Oh wait, no, okay. I was thinking because they didn't go into the fire, but... Yeah, okay.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a suicide.
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but...
What? There's still more?
I mean, in the end, did he just commit suicide just so he killed every last one of us? Was that really his motive?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
How did the poison gas get in the position where he inhaled it? I'm pretty sure the warning label said that heat causes the liquid to turn to gas. So it was probably just the fire starting that did it. Okay, no, it didn't say heat, but that's what I was thinking. By storing it in a cool place. Okay, so it can be so it could just be the heat. Nagito's malice. Is it really okay? Can we really finish this here?
There might have been an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't...
I see!
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
Unless he kept it, to use the plush, maybe.
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
A cool place.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Maybe it was in the lighter.
Does that really matter all that much?
Where most of the lighter fluid would be.
I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
Hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I want to just rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But
that's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be...
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our...
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing, and we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What is this feeling just now? It was brief. It was a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane said just now might be a clue. From there I'd be able to reach the answer. To be the thing he used in the container. No, hang it, David, please. Ah, man! Okay. Now see, I can't... There is no way. See... That's not what I meant to do. That's not what I mean. I keep pressing the wrong buttons here. Damn my muscle memory. Okay. Yeah, I screwed that up. Still, it didn't seem anywhere near the same as the last one, so that's good.
We will never give up!
Fortunately, you can have as many times as you need, looks like it. See now. That's not what I meant to do. Come on, R. Bruh. N. Okay. And I pressed the wrong button again. Perfect. There we go. Kill me. There we go. Fire grenade.
Got it!
I thought it was the oil light, but does that mean no?
I got it!
Oh no.
Huh?
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible! Miss Sonia just said so right now!
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
And this one's easy.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, just breathed it in and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
I see!
No.
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? You said so yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
No, I don't want any of these guys to die.
I see!
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
I see!
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
I see!
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason. He put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
I hate...
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Please say Monokuma won't count as murder.
Hold on!
Kidding, he's a horrible
If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces! For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
That's the most sensible thing you've said all trial.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right! There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras! If Monokuma doesn't know, his trial doesn't count! Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Horrible little...
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you... how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yeah, the only way I can see out of this is if Monokuma just laughed and said he was bluffing because he wants to keep the game going.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think. Really? Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Not only kill Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Okay, here we go. Let's see now. It's inside Nagito's refrigerator before switching the poison. It's placed inside the break room. It's beyond the Monokuma panel. Lighter. His whole body wasn't tied up. Place for the sphere. Or her himself. Okay. Okay. This is... Yeah, this is a nightmare among nightmares. I almost don't want to solve this. This is awful. You know, I think I hate you more than ever now, Nagito, just for what you're making me do now. I'm not seeing when he... Yeah, it has to be when he's putting the duct tape on his mouth, but... I guess it's in order to hurt himself. How do you support the sphere? Oh, the sphere, not the knife. Okay, I got careless there, yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan, Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory, and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity this should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will that help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way Hope can lose. That's who can break through any despair can... They can break through any despair, can never lose in a place like this. Not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
Damn it!
Okay, just... Oh, wait. No, I thought because the spirit made hope. Oh, it's talent. Duh. Yeah, that was
Nagito
embarrassing.
believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
I believe in you guys. And with anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. It's definitely gonna be alright.
Guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it.
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
Wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little skate game there with some Russian roulette. Russian roulette. It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point towards you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it. Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So in 5 only used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Monami said. Huh? Mr. Since I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it. For that, you only had a 1/6 chance of surviving. But I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am. You did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building at the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get a clean dude just as he wanted. I trust I'd be picked for cleaning duty. You relied on your luck? It's not just luck, when your talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Huh? I'm left with a red mark? Haha, just don't call the ultimate lucky student. You don't seem very lucky right now. I already said I wasn't lucky, but I was actually the opposite. I was lucky, that's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought... it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student, and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after? I see! That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message...
It won't just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use a traitor student handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. starts to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. Was it really because we didn't believe in him?
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that!
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. Sounds way too unreal to actually happen, but...
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself!
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Could it be?
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor?
I have a theory, but... it sounds too crazy.
Hajime, please.
Is it the ultimate imposter? Can it only be... Huh. Someone who can only exist as a traitor. What they were created to do.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please! Hold on!
No.
Aw, you totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Why? This... You're asking the same question I am, Hajime.
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... up till now... you've been tricking us?
We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, That is obviously a lie!
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki.
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost. Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What?
This is a nightmare.
What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
This is an absolute nightmare.
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So...
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand.
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've always been alone. I have no friends.
I think I know where the live air is.
Anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Really? Oh, dang. One of these again.
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I won't let you. Let's all get along. Burst open and mix. I can't lose. Hajime, you stupid face! I won't let you. Burst open and mix! I'll lower your grade. Disappear! Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along. I'll lower your grade. Chiaki and I aren't best friends.
This is the end! When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook!
I'm Coma shit up and things turn bad. Baka's the leader.
What is this? Is this Monami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too. So that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long, but I finally understand.
No, the truth I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just I wanted to turn my eyes on the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know. In the notebook, there was a specific entry. There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that. That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki.
This is a nightmare.
That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Oh.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being...
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not!
I will not believe it! I refuse to believe Chiaki is a traitor! There is just no way!
I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe, but...
Then nobody will be saved!
He's...
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious!
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not! The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it!
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki!
Okay, we know Monokuma knew they were fake all along.
He is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious!
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not! The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it!
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb,
Dang.
didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
Just knowing what I'm a cop.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs.
There you go, it's open to get before the white noise came.
There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the...
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, there's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about... There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at
I'm
it.
sorry, guys.
Chiaki is not the...
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, there's no way Chiaki... If that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, there's no way Chiaki would have... If that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Oh no. Ah, didn't anything hit.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only...
Take a look at this. Or maybe Moniku's can't use on the accusation that the
person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb,
I really want this case to be over
didn't
already.
Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
And I got so distracted shooting white noise, I missed my chance.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs. There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Dang. Okay, what do
Chiaki
we
is
got
not
here?
the traitor!
Monononi's notebook.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known
Cautious.
if that bomb was fake or not.
This isn't...
The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs.
Oh wait, maybe...
There's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Chiaki is not the traitor!
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was... me, when I tried to detonate it!
That's not it!
Okay.
That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I do not want to hear that!
Oh no, come on.
Enough already. Please do not say
Sonia,
another
come
word.
on, this is hard enough.
I do
Don't
not
make me play
want
these
this anymore.
mini-games.
I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonia.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor! Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Cuts.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
But of course I accidentally wasted one.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
I always get off by one.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too! After all, I also knew the bomb was fake!
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Monami.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake! That someone is Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand!
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
Where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. I think you guys hint that you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just not telling you for the first time. Ooh, I feel relieved.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying!
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
That's not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right?
That's not it.
telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito.
I'm telling you that's not it! We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki!
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think. We could even call this a miracle.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey, Chiaki.
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. Most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. Why are you making me do this game?
Even so.
Man, I'm poop. Let's go ahead and announce the results. The train from the Future Foundation and Nagito's Komita's killer is Chiaki Nanamai.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct? The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck.
Damn it.
Plus, thanks that Beth managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Let me ask you one more time, are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
Even though I do not want to believe. Is there no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what.
'Cause...
I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
Well?
If you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different from sharing your secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
I had a lot of time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions. You're saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not gonna answer, right? Like if we ask you why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. That is...
Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you'll always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the trio was revealed, and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan.
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would re-up the traitor, he never said he wanted to kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed!
Congratulations, you successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor. And kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Huh?
Kill everyone else besides the traitor.
Are you serious?
That was Nagito's goal.
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Oh, the deformed plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay.
Well?
I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far.
Chiaki!
Just get it over with, game. Where do you get your personality from?
Perhaps.
Maybe our dad and big brother, don't you think?
Hey! Come on now!
Hey, don't go talk about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru.
I can't lose!
I need to check on my... Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know that it's a fight I cannot win,
Hi-ya!
I must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate?
I will no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. I like doing that at inappropriate times.
As they say, we shall die together.
She's self-destructing.
What'd you say?
What's going on?
Huh?
Monokuma, like, died?
No! Phew!
Man, that surprised me. If I only didn't have a spear, I would have died.
I can't lose.
Not yet, I'm not done yet.
That's...
Wait,
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Stop it, I say! I'm sorry, I lose! Forgive me!
Monomi, if you pull this off, I'll take back every bad thing I ever thought about you.
Hey!
Not yet. If you don't stop right now, it's all gonna be destroyed.
I won't forgive you.
I'm doing this so you'll all be destroyed. I'll be the one to protect my
I
students.
won't let you.
I will protect them with my life. Monomi, you.
Hey!
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once.
Ooh, how exciting!
No, not that much. Just around 10 to the 60th power. Huh? What'd you say?
What?
1 million? 10,000, 1 million. That's 10 to the 60th. That can't be that many.
Hey!
I'm sure you have a daring spirit.
Too bad!
Except I'm not joking. What are you saying, or didn't you see that scene? While you're doing this, my clones are constantly and endlessly created. in the Monokuma Manufacturing Factory.
That's wrong!
Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked with my hand, they're just plushies.
Damn it!
Monami, finish them off.
Hey,
As long as you get Monokuma's personality, he becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What'd you say?
Could it be?
You already obtained that much power.
Hey!
We're gonna get so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey!
Don't tell me they're not gonna call us magic or something. I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
How many Monamis are left chance my army of 10 to the 60th power? You're not saying anything I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I'm the conqueror of a new world.
I can't lose.
And have no chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami. Well,
No. No, come on.
let's believe in them,
Let's leave everyone and leave the rest to them. But
right?
Damn it.
I don't understand, but the only thing I can say
Please
is
listen!
Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
this is bad.
When this session goes, we're caught in a dispute between these two organizations.
Damn it!
Let's just leave the talk for later.
Yahoo!
No. I don't want to see this.
Shing!
There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't.
I'm sorry.
Hajime. I'm not allowed to say. Not that
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment! Special bleeding service!
Huh?
Why even Monami? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I can kill that thing anytime I want since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody to find me anymore. Also, I remember now.
Sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
What is that? If I'd here, I'd just be a bird anyway, and not just that. I decide to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Bye, everyone.
No.
It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Wait, maybe it'll be like the first game, something will save her. Something will save her at the end, come on. Come on. This is so painful. No, game, don't get my hopes up. Yeah, until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments without realizing that I had fallen to my knees and feeling a powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what need I ask, before I could say what I need to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. I couldn't even tell her thank you. If I had said that, she would have been comforted a little. As she was executed as a traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurts.
I don't believe it!
Fuck you, Monokuma. As for Chiaki, she only took the role of point man during the class trials, as did Nagito too.
What?
And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too.
Phew!
There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Huh?
Does that mean, now they know Rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Hey!
We can really leave this island?
I shall now present!
I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 survived until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. You're acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up for so another killing happens right away. What if Mr. Rakun changes his mind? You said you fight like you were emphasizing that part. Does that mean the probably would matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there are still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
That there are 5 people left?
Stupid fool!
Say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity?
Hey,
If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
no!
You'll have to leave before the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. Future Foundation's lame pan will be nothing but toilet bubbles.
Hey,
You'll know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. And then you guys will find for yourselves just how messed up this new world is.
Hey!
Yep.
By now you can enjoy your life on this tropical island to its fullest. So once you leave this island, your hopelessness lies back home will be waiting for you. Monitors, boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. Life just kept going forever. That's what we did afterwards. Honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I checked on my cards for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will in my body didn't come back. That's why. I didn't look back at everything that happened up till now. I didn't think what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen. I burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow able to endure the long day. And then the sun finally set. The day felt normally long and we spent it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard the Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. I guess everything really is going to end. What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave it silent, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the future foundation, Hope's Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really not turn our back on all that? And not just that, if we're leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my worries didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I had never felt before. I feel like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on the island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone, I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything, like everything in this world was nothing but lies. I rushed out of my cars desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of my cars desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cars desperate to escape my fear. I rushed out of the cloud desperate... When I left my cottage, I randomly ran into her.
Hello there.
Ah, Hajime. Good timing. Good timing? What do you mean?
See?
Remember Nagito's vision maps we found in the factory? Yeah? What were we doing with the bomb rockets? What about it?
Well?
Apparently there's more than a message inside that laptop. Huh?
Yep.
We weren't able to see it until a day or two had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Okay, is this just a glitch? Come on, game, don't get my hopes up. Wait, did he set it up so we wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Why would he do that?
Perhaps.
Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it, the restaurant. Oh, I'm afraid. This just seems too good to be true. This seems like no, things don't turn out this happily in a Danganronpa game. Chiaki, oh man, I am so happy you're alive right now. If you're gonna stay alive, you're gonna stay alive, right? I'm waiting for the despair to come back. I'm too afraid.
Yo!
You're late. Is it true? Nagito really left another message? Kneel before Miss Sonia and thank her. She's the one who found it. I was going to walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it. I was going for a walk with Gundam's hamster and I found it when we stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
What?
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with a Gundam? I would never allow that.
Damn right.
So anyway, let's hurry up and play it. Yeah, you're right. No, this is too good to be true. What's...
I wonder who's watching this message.
Is it the traitor from the Future Foundation? If so, congratulations. It looked like it ended up the way I hoped it would. It ended the way I hoped it would.
Damn it.
It was just as Monokuma said.
Hey!
So he was set up the traitor the killer, and he even tried to make them survive the trial. But why would he do that? If anyone's watching this
How
video,
unfortunate.
I guess I lost. The outcome's the complete opposite of the hope I believe in. Well, not that it matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome, it doesn't matter for a dropout like me.
Now then.
Let's put this meaningless introduction aside and get down to business. So I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm going to speak it so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. A special prize in the Fallen Dead room allowed me to learn a certain truth. Maybe Charles and everyone found out, so I already disposed of that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean... The Foundation traitor must have known that truth and so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolved to take action immediately. I shouldn't have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I was wanting to become a protagonist myself. But now I know the truth. As I look back at Monokuma's actions, I'm starting to see what he's planning. By giving us information about the Eyes Mystery and the Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. But only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Monokuma is trying to show the spirit to someone. Perhaps that someone is... What a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? But that's never reflected in the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go. The key to that place is that message you found in Nezumi Castle.
Well...
Normally you need to follow a bunch of steps to enter that place. But since that message gets rid of the steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. It's probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monomi. But that has nothing to do with me. I had to hide this until my plan came to an end. But I guess now's a nice time to announce it, right? So then, I'll announce the password. 11037. It has the password that is written in Nezumi Castle. You have to use it to enter that specific place. That's the only way you can escape from Monokuma. I feel like I've been talking forever, but that's all from me. With this, my duty is finished. I believe my actions will become the foundation of this world's hope. And if that really happens, praise me. Tell us what I've accomplished. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
This was Nagito's final message. That 11037 number that Nagito said was the password. There's no mistaking that password in the ancient ruin.
Hey.
You better hurry, I think. Let's go before the countdown reaches 0. You're right, let's go. Chiaki? Chiaki? Come on!
Easy as pie!
No, I want to talk to you again.
Damn right.
This is quite nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Is it really safe to go inside? What's gonna be in there?
You are a boy, right?
It's so unreliably phrased out like that. You're a man, aren't you? There's also a countdown. There's no time to stand around.
I'm gonna do it!
It's our last chance to get inside. I'm starting to feel nauseous from the thrills, the chills, the kills. If you're gonna let it out, why not do it in the Tupperware I keep with me?
Dumbass!
Hey, now's not time to f around.
Young master Fuyuhiko.
It's gonna be alright, you don't have to worry. I'll protect my young master. Now then, let's go forward together.
Shut up.
Don't treat me like a kid.
This is your leader's order.
Believe that hope lies around this point. That's your leader's order.
What?
What was that? I told you only understand piggy talk. I said you're so cool in piggy talk.
In the name of my family.
I'm gonna kill you.
Hajime.
The password, please. Yeah, I know. 11037. Leon upside down.
It's gonna be fine.
There's no need to worry. The only thing beyond this point is a shining future. Now then, let's open the door to the future. Beyond the store, the future is waiting. A sparkling future. Now then, let's move forward.
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way...
Huh?
Where did everyone go?
Everyone?
What? Something's wrong. What did I do? That's not it. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is... this world. Chiaki's not alive. Darn Monokuma. I shipped you so hard with Hajime. Okay, yeah, it wasn't okay, it's not like me. It would suddenly shake finally, and every time it happened, I'd have to stand myself with my foot. I couldn't stand for a while, but for me, it was comforting. I never thought not knowing what to expect to be so much fun, so I was feeling rather excited. I figured I'd get bored of that feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who was led by talent. Dictating regularities among irregularities wouldn't be that difficult. Ah, how boring. like ships? Yeah, it's not letting me get into the other menu. On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was clearly directed at me. Haha, you look like you were having fun, so that's what I assumed. You do like ships, right? Ships? Ah, that's right. That's it. So this is a ship. You just realized that now? Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, care to talk little? The signs were starting to bore me. Instantly I saw its true character. The old familiar attitude, the friendly smile. But under that thin skin I could take a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of putrid slime. In a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusive to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm Nagito Komandai. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like that? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then. What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. But for someone I meet for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even if I possess a talent as boring as luck. Possess, huh? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously Roguespeak Academy, right? Too, right? So you're one of us? Ah, that's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, come on. Can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Ah, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. Huh? This world is full of boring people. People who lack talent to stick together and oppress those who do possess talent. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiors. The Emperor finally does to drag them down to their level. And because of these bastards, this world's come to a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. Well, the world's shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack talent. That's why we're in our present situation. Perhaps, does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make no contribution to the world, not even a speck of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. Looks like they had high expectations of you, huh? That's completely different from me. But, what are you planning to do? How you even ended up like this? There's nothing you can do, right? Listen well, using people is a talent, too. It is now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person. Are you talking about ultimate despair? But how? I mean, they're already... I have it with me. The contribution that person left to me, even now, rests in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking to someone as amazing as you. Then, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see that person I hate with every fiber of my being? And this time, will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Hate? Then explain your hand. This? That's a woman. Is that a woman's hand? This? The end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, it still hasn't rotted. Hey, maybe that means it's becoming one with me. Is that amazing? I started to become one with the ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see. So you salvaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand. I just see her as my enemy, you know. Because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that I... Wait, huh? Do I hate her? Huh, that's strange. Huh? Look out the window. We're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. Huh? I already know because I am loved by talent. But no matter how it happens, it's of no concern to me. I'll not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I really don't understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you're boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Okay, now I can...
Danganronpa.
Okay, I'd say that's enough. You know, I might just skip Ratchet and Clank for the rest of the week and keep streaming this because we're so close to the end and I really do want to see how it all ends. So maybe I'll put Ratchet and Clank on the back burner for a while and just focus on this. So, I guess pretty soon we're gonna find out what happens next and hopefully avenge Chiaki. Oh, this was a big blow. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Take care.